Okay, for lesson 2, we're going to look at three-dimensional nets and counting faces, edges, and vertices. So to start out, let's just look at what a net is. A net is a two-dimensional or flat figure that can create a three-dimensional figure. So, for example, if this figure right here, you could actually cut out around here and then fold it on those lines, it would make what is over here a cube. So the net for a cube is not always going to look like a T or a cross, but it will have those 6 equal squares put together. Okay, the second one is the triangular prism. So remember, with the prism, it's going to have 2 of whatever the name of the prism is. So triangular, so it's going to have 2 triangles, and then remember, it'll have the 3 rectangles that are wrapping in between. So this particular net would make the triangular prism here. The third one, the rectangular prism, the net can look similar to the net for the cube, but notice it's not always going to have the squares everywhere. So this one has all rectangles, and then it would make the rectangular prism. Okay, the net for the cone, remember, a cone's going to have that circle base, so that's here. And then this part up here is going to be where it forms this part of the cone, the pointy part. The net for the triangular pyramid, remember, with pyramids, you're going to have a lot of triangles, but the first word of the type of pyramid, triangular, tells you what the base will be. So this part here would be the base, the triangle, and then you have 3 triangles wrapped around it. The next one, the cylinder. Remember, a cylinder like the can of green beans is going to have 2 circles, and then the in-between part here, this rectangle, think of it as like if you cut the label off of that can of green beans and rolled it out, it would look like a rectangle. The next part is, let's look on how to count the faces. So in a way, it's like counting how many sides the three-dimensional figure has. So this first one, a rectangular prism, remember, it's like a box, or if you think of it like a cube, a number cube, and you think about how many sides that has, it has 6. So it has 1 on top, 1 on bottom, the left and the right side, as well as the front and the back. So 6 faces. This next one, the triangular prism, so the 2 triangles that make up the base, that's 2 faces, and then the left side, the right side, and then that back rectangle. So that's a total of 5 faces. The next one, the triangular pyramid, has 1 that it's sitting on, 2, 3 triangles, and then this one out here in front would make 4. So it has 4 faces. So remember, faces are like counting how many sides it has. Next are vertices. So the word vertex means 1, vertices means more than 1, and you can think of it as like the pointy parts or the corners. So I'm going to trace those as we're going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would have 8 vertices. The next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 vertices. So vertices are like the corners. The V on vertices, you can kind of picture as that has a vertex, and so that can help you remember what the vertices are. Okay, the next part is edges. Count the edges while tracing the figure. So if you have notebook paper and you want to draw these first, you could even count them as you're drawing them. Remember, to draw a cube, you start with a square. Okay, so far we've made 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. Then we're going to make another square, so 5, 6, 7, 8, and then connect them. 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 edges. On the next one, this would be pretty easy to draw as well. So remember the front, you've got your triangle, so there's 3 edges, and then 4, 5, 6. Okay, remember after you've looked at this lesson, and it's okay to rewind it and stop it as many times as you want, but after you're done with that, then go and do your practice problems. Again, it'll have this name, so lesson 2, 3-dimensional nets, and you'll be counting faces, edges, and vertices, and there'll be problems similar to the ones that we've practiced here. Good luck.